here. And while I'm explaining the other unit here, I'm going to go ahead and turn this into a hive, which will upgrade us to Tier 3. So that'll take about a little bit under 2 minutes. So this is the new kind of spellcaster unit for the Zerg. More or less replace the Defiler. And it has a couple innate abilities. Infested Terran, which you've seen from Starcraft 1, although this one, rather than having to infest a command center, it actually is built into the infester. So you'll see it plops out an egg here, the egg will build, and then pop comes an infested marine. Slow as dirt, only lasts about 30 seconds, but nonetheless, they are pretty powerful as they do 9 damage with only 1 upgrade, so I guess that means they would do 8 normally. And speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and get a second range upgrade here. So this is the Infested Terran. Like I said, only lasts for 30 seconds. So definitely something good if you need to quickly buff up your army, which you can actually, you see that the Infested Terran does have the hotkey of T. So what you can do is press T, click, and you'll see I'm pooping out a whole bunch of these things here. And now I have a whole bunch of Marines as they have all spawned, and you'll see that, like I said, they are still slow as dirt, and they are really slow without creep. But you know, if you need a quick way to buff up your army, if you need some attacking units at the ramp here very quickly, these are your infested men. So go ahead and put more creep down. Expansion is still mining out, as I have it a little bit oversaturated, but that's okay for this tutorial, as I'm not aiming for perfection here. So we do have the infester here. Another ability they have is called Fungal Growth. This is kind of an AoE snare. I'll actually see if I can put it on my units. I'm not actually sure if I can do it on my own units or not. Nope, I cannot do it on my own units. Let me see if I can find a creep. Come here, little things. I don't even know what you are. Wow, okay, you guys fail. You are fired. So what this does is pretty much it just immobilizes the targets in the range. You can see when I put it down, you can see the range of the snare. It's about, you know, it's about 16, 18 Zerglings, but you can also put it on pretty much any unit. And then we have the last ability, which I have not quite researched yet, Neural Parasite. This is a 12-second mind control. Very, very, very effective if you use it on the right units. Let's say you're playing against a Terran, and they went mech, and they've got some Thors hanging around in the back of their army, and you are engaging them. Mind control the Thors, and they are no longer a problem. At least for the duration of the mind control. You'll need to make sure you refresh the Neural Parasite. Basically cast it again once the timer has run out. But, like I said, they're very powerful for what they do. And there are a couple upgrades here at the Infestation Pit. This one increases the starting energy of the Infestors by 25. That basically means when you build the Infestor, it will start out with 75 energy instead of 50, allowing it immediately to cast a Fungal Growth. And also this allows the Infestors to use the Neural Parasite ability, which, since I am playing without an opponent, I cannot demonstrate that. However, very straightforward how it's used. Basically, you click the Infestor, click Neural Parasite, and then you click the unit. Very simple. So I will cover one more thing here. The Nidus Network. It does function somewhat in similarity, somewhat similar to the Nidus Network from StarCraft 1. However, you see it does cost money to build a Nydus Worm. You can build it anywhere on the map where you have revealed the Shroud. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down here. It does take about 20 seconds to go ahead and build. So we will let that do its thing here. I will go ahead and come back up to the base, keep going with my upgrades, keep going with the larva. Go ahead and get the creep expanded here. Now you'll see that I have kind of put this in a bad position, in that I do not really have vision right here of the creep, so I cannot actually build it right here. Even though the creep has expanded closer here, I'm not able to put a creep tumor down. So I'm going to go ahead, and you are the closest unit. I'm going to bring you down here, and you'll see that the creep has expanded even where I do not have the Fog of War revealed. So I am going to go ahead, and since I do have line of sight up here now, I am going to put down this creep colony, or this creep tumor right here. And I'm going to send this drone back to continue doing its thing. But it looks like I have mined out yet another base, so I'm going to come down here and continue the process. I don't know why I'm really doing it. I guess just for breakfast, so that way you guys can get used to transferring drones around. So this is our cool little army so far. Got a little bit of everything. Got some infestors, hydras, roaches, mutas, zerglings. Well, we don't have any banelings. We'll do that just for good measure. So actually, let's go ahead and take a look at the Nidus Network here. Now you will see that since I have put down the Nydus Worm right here, it has expanded creep in its area. That's really useful for if you want to do an assault outside of somebody's base and you want to bring in a queen, which I will do right now. Alright, queen, you're going on a road trip, and out you go. So let's say this is right side of the opponent's base, and you still want to have the speed upgrade to get from the Nidus Canal to the opponent's base. You can come out here at the creep, drop a creep tumor, and this, as you can expect, will allow you to continue to expand the creep towards the enemy base, and good times will be had. So we'll get the queen back out here, as she does have other duties up here at the hatchery. Go ahead and keep making my eggs, and good times will be had. So this is the Nydus Worm, and one of the biggest changes from the Nidus Canal in StarCraft 1 is that you could make multiple Nidus Worms around the map. So I'm going to go ahead and for another 100 minerals and 100 Vespene gas, put a Nidus Network down here as well. And you can send units into this, and you'll see it kind of eats it in a really disgusting fashion. God, that noise is terrible. And so it's continuing to eat everything. And once this is built, it does make a kind of groaning sound, which that's something you need to keep in mind. When you put one of these Nidus Worms down, everybody on the map can hear it explode. Even if they're not on your team, they will still hear that kind of groaning noise, so they will be notified of its presence. They won't see where it is, but they'll know that there is one somewhere on the map. So I'm going to go ahead and unload all my units here. You'll see it's spewing them all out one by one. And you'll see I have a whole bunch of units in here. And what I can do is I can also at the same time unload units here as well. So now units are unloading here, and they're unloaded. Well, actually, they're all unloaded now. But so you'll see that you can unload multiple units at multiple locations when loaded into the Nidus Network. So going to go ahead and move on a little bit here with this presentation. Go ahead and send all my units back to the meeting area here. I don't know what's so special about it here. I guess I just like it. So going to go ahead and use the queen, put some more larvae. Don't forget that. You can upgrade your spire to a greater spire, and you'll also see there is a attack upgrade for your air units here, as well as the armor upgrade for your aerial units. So I'm going to go ahead and make a greater spire. And do have one board drone here. I would like to go ahead and build a Ultralisk cavern. And wow, I really need some gas. So I'm going to go ahead and put some gas down here. And yep, just going to go ahead and wait for these buildings to continue here. Going to go ahead and make some more Zerglings, even though I don't really need them. But hey, they're small, they're cuddly, they're Zerglings. So one thing I will note, that when you do have expansions, it's very, very smart for you to go ahead and keep a queen or two at the expansions. There are a couple different reasons why you'd want to have more than one queen, but generally you're going to want to have at least one queen at each